Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got my whole setup jacked up on the new year. Jump on in. So, guys, happy freaking new year. I'm ready for a new year. I don't know about you guys. Holy moly, man. I gotta get back into the groove. I told you. Whenever I miss 2 days or more, I feel a little bit messed up. I'm excited for a new year. Some new price action. I'm hoping some volatility comes back after we got the all the tax loss harvesting and everything like that being gone, hopefully, which is really, really nice. And hopefully we can get some organic price action and not people just selling to take the losses from a horrible 2022. Happy 2023, guys. I think this year, I'm going to make a bold prediction of this year, guys, before we get started, all right? My bold prediction for this year is I think this year is going to be better than most people think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be an absolute crap show. I think we'll have crap show moments, all right? We'll have moments where we get absolutely decimated. And I think we're going to have some really good moments here in 2023 as well. And I think this is the year of accumulation, getting ready for the next halving event in 2024, all right? But that doesn't mean that this year can't be exciting. And we'll go over a little bit here, but I think Bitcoin is getting ready for a nice little juicy move here in the short term. About friggin' time. Something's got to give here within the next, I would say within the next 2 days. And you guys probably know by my thumbnail that I think Bitcoin actually gets a slight move to the upside here. I know all you guys will come out and say, Jordan, you're crazy. You're crazy. Well, I'm going to call you crazy this morning. That's what I'm going to do. Mike, what's going on? The Eagles took off too. Listen. I will say about my Pats, we got a chance. We got to beat the Bills next week, but we got a freaking chance. I wish we just would have won 2 weeks ago and sort of we didn't have to talk about this, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Happy New Year. What are you guys up to? I see it was a little bit of crickets in the pregame lobby this morning, and then I told you guys when we get down to this point where nothing happens for a while, you start seeing crickets in YouTube chats, you start seeing crickets on Twitter. It's when you know that some type of move is coming. What move? Well, I don't know, but I think this one's going to catch some people off guard and get more people to FOMO into a market that they probably shouldn't be FOMOing in yet, but that's besides the point. That's besides the point. But these said we're all crazy. Bro, we are all freaking crazy. I'm excited for 2023, man. We're going to have a bunch of new stuff coming to the stream over the course of the next week or two. I'm excited for it. You know, and we're going to get it rock and rolling for 2023, man. 2022 it was just like, let's get through this freaking year. This year freaking sucks. Now it's time to start kicking it in gear here. Anyways, 16,700. I think I left at the same exact price. I'm pretty sure when I left on, let's see, when I left on Friday. Okay, we were at 16,600. Now we're at 16,700. Holy shit. We got a nice little pump up to the upside. I saw Twitter getting pumped on a nice little move up to the upside today. So stock markets are closed today. Unfortunately, you know, when the stock markets are closed, are you going to see a massive move? I think you could, because the stock markets are closed today, but it's the day after New Year's. So you probably have a lot of traders coming back in, starting to trade again today. And the stock markets are closed. Are they going to start trading some crypto today? You've already seen some nice moves. You've seen Litecoin have a nice little move up to the upside. Where's my Litecoiners in the chat? Where's my Litecoiners in the chat? Litecoin with a nice little move up today, 7%. You had Solana up about 13% on the day. Solana making a nice little move up after sort of Vitalik came in and said, Solana's a good project. They should not be getting funded. Solana with a nice move up today, 13%. You're seeing some altcoins come up a little bit. It looks like traders are starting to come back and give us a little bit of volatility after pretty much 2 boring weeks of Christmas and New Year's, right? So let's get busy. What do I think is going to happen? You guys are like, Jordan, enough talking, enough playing around. Well, let's hear Jordan's first prediction of 2023. All right, so my first prediction of 2023 is kind of the same prediction I had when I left. Okay, I'm still looking at this price action right here, and this price action reminds me a lot of the price action that we had over here from the end of October. What was that? Well, that was the 50-day moving average coming down like this, and this upward sloping support line coming up like this. You notice how the price action was getting squeezed like an orange on New Year's. I don't know if it's orange season yet. I think pretty sure orange season in the summer. Which is kind of funny because orange season in the summer is usually when Bitcoin does pretty good. But we'll talk about that coming up. You're also getting squeezed right now, right? 50-day moving average coming down, support coming up. You guys can see the volatility is low. It is boring as shit right now. People are just freaking bored. But this is the time where people start getting bored, and that's when you see that move. Everyone misses the move. All the traders come back in after the move, and then Bitcoin slaps them back down after the move happens. So what I'm expecting is a squeeze over here the next 2 days. Okay, I do think we see that move to the upside. And you guys, once again, you guys can call me crazy. It is what it is. You guys love calling me crazy. But I think you break that 50-day moving average, and whenever you have breaking that 50-day moving average over the course of the last couple months, you've gotten some nice moves to the upside. Like right here was 19,600 up to 21,500. Over here was, you know, a decent move from about 23,000 to 25,000. So you've seen a couple $1,000 moves when breaking that 50-day moving average, and that's what I'm looking at now. Right? You got that stock RSI pointing to the upside, so you got some room to run on the stock RSI in the daily. And I still look at this and I say, okay, guys, let's look at this logistically. Where is the biggest imbalance in this chart at the moment, right? When we talk about imbalances in the chart, where's the biggest imbalance in the chart? Okay, the biggest imbalance in the chart is these 3 daily candles that just whipped to the downside and have not gotten taken back to the upside yet. So my point still stands. It's taking some patience. You know, patience is a virtue at times like this, but I'm still looking at the same price action as right here, where we got that move to the upside. Okay, probably just a move to the upside to the top of the bear flag, just like you did over here. So a move back up to the top, and then we'll rediscuss when we get back up here. But I do think that we see 18K something like that over the course of the next couple weeks. And then, depending on what, CPI is, that's coming up in 2 weeks or so, we can reassess. But that is kind of the same price action I see now, man. It is. But this chop is super, super boring. But we got some interesting stuff in the longer term time frames. Let me see. Facts, John. Orange reference in the middle of winter. Listen, orange reference in the middle of winter. Oranges are the best in the summertime. No, though I love oranges all the time. But orange is the color of Bitcoin. If oranges equal good in the summertime and orange is the color of Bitcoin, is there a little bit of nice things going on there in the summertime, possibly? I'm making a little correlation to oranges this morning. I don't know about you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Happy New Year. What's going on, Kota? Hey, Zeus. Happy New Year's, man. We got everyone in here saying Happy New Year's. I'm happy. We got a lot of the crew in here. A lot of the crew. John coming in being the troll. John, I trolled the shit out of you in last stream, man. But, you always got me back with the trolls. I will say that. Diamond sauce. I like it. Diamond sauce. What kind of sauce is diamond sauce? Very interesting. Dizzy. Been traveling in Africa with little to no internet. Happy New Year. What's going on, Dizzy? Sounds fun, man. You want a nice little safari? You looking for animals out there? Or, are you kind of just, there's many things you can do over there. You could be in Egypt. You could be anywhere. Let me know where you're at. It could be in Madagascar. Madagascar seems pretty cool. I'd want to go to Madagascar at some point. That just from the movie Madagascar, it looks pretty dope in my opinion. It does. Maybe it's just because the movie is animated and it's like they all look super cool and a bunch of animals just like dancing. Maybe that's why I want to go there, but I think it does look pretty cool. Anyways, so that's really the Bitcoin price action. I mean, if we can zoom in, there's really not much to zoom in on. I'm more so focused on the daily time frame and up still, right? I mean, 4 hour, not really much going on, just up, down, up, down, up, down. I really want to see the resolution of this. And if Bitcoin can break that 50-day moving average, which currently is at 16,800, I do think it's going to be either today or tomorrow where it does that. Might not be today, right? Stock market's still closed. You might see a little bit of less volatility today. But I do think either today or tomorrow, you'll see that 50-day moving average broken to the upside, right? Everyone that's kind of the crickets that are going on right now, everyone's going to come back. Everyone's going to be like, shit, and then they start longing the top again. Rinse and repeat, kind of the same deal we've been going through for the past year. Anyways, a little bit more bullishness, I guess, because I'm still a little bit hesitant. For me to get super bullish, you guys know my take. For me to get super bullish on Bitcoin, I need to see multiple things happen. At least for the medium term, I want to see Bitcoin be able to smack above this bear flag. We still got a long time to go. We're at the bottom of it, right? So not really much to get super bullish on there. Short term, move to the upside. Medium term, you still got to break some of these key levels. 18,400, 19,000, which is really the line in the sand for me. And you're at 16,700 at the moment, right? So let's see what happens there. But at the end of the day, we got some work to do. We still got some work to do. Now, I'm going to jump into the Ethereum chart real quick. All right, let me take a sip of coffee here. Drew, what's going on? Drew, Happy New Year. Bathwater, so there's no top where we are going. Bathwater's bullish now? How's everyone feeling, by the way? Let's do a quick poll this morning. Let's do a quick poll. Are you short-term bullish or bearish? Let's see. Let's do bullish, short-term bullish, or short-term bearish. Let's do this. Short-term bullish, short-term bearish. Put it in the poll. Let me know in the chat. I'm feeling a little bit short-term bullish. I'm not going to lie, man. I actually like the way the charts look. Ethereum is another great example. I jump on over to the Ethereum short-term chart. I like the look of this chart at the moment, man. I like the look of this chart. I look at this and I say, okay, higher lows on the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Horizontal resistance point. This is the mid-level here. You can certainly see we are getting resistance at it right now. Same thing as Bitcoin on the 50-day moving average, right? So ultimately, I'm looking at this the same way. ETH able to reclaim this orange box. Okay, I'm looking at it to come all the way back up and test 13,500. Now, what happens when we test 13,500? That's for a different story. We'll talk about that when we get there. Let's play level by level. Let's take it day by day. Obviously, If price action comes up here in a better way, you can still be bullish. If it comes up here and it makes some bearish divergence, you can be bearish. Let's play if this happens, then this. That's the best way to look at the market. I'm looking for at least 13,050. Now, I'm still looking at this big inequality in the chart up here, right? From about 16,000 to about 13,500. No, sorry, 13,050. This big daily vector candle right here. It's staring me in the face, and it's been staring me in the face for about a month now. I always like to say this. I don't see the market just turning like this. That's too easy for the bears, man. That is way too easy for the bears, for the market just to turn over like this. Sayonara, suckers. We're just dumping back to the downside. Still seeing the probability, and this is all probabilities, of the bounce. Okay, maybe it still continue down. You come up like this. Taking out this point at 14,045, taking this point out, making a point of like a kind of a deviation high, and then maybe coming back down, depending on, obviously, many different factors. But let's play it level by level. First move, I'm looking for 13,050. Once again, you can call me crazy, but I'm looking to kill this year, man. I'm looking to kill this year. So that's my first prediction of 2023. Bitcoin, I could see a move. You know, I guess I'll say Bitcoin moved to about 18K. ETH moved to about 13,045. Could take a little bit. It could still take a few weeks to play out, especially with the price action we're seeing now. But that's my first sort of prediction. Now, you guys do what you want with that. Is he drunk still? No, man. I am not drunk still. But we all got a little tipsy on New Year's Eve. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Even the 9-year-old child got pretty drunk off soda. He was going nuts. But he's here right now. But yeah, he was going absolutely nuts off soda. We all were. We had some sushi. We had some guapkis. And we had a lot of things. It was delicious. Short at Bobo. Max bid, high leverage YOLO, that big short. That's what I always like to say. Short it, man. Short it. Counter trade me. I like when you guys counter trade me. It makes it fun. You know, even if I'm wrong or even if you're wrong, it still makes it fun. You know, I like when you guys try to counter trade me. Anyways, everyone buy. We flash crash this week. If not, a lot of buys. We crab till they short. Crypto arbitrage. Can we check out Matic? I got you, buddy. I'm just kind of, this morning, I'm just going to jump through a couple short-term charts. I'm going to leave the longer-term charts till later. I have a lot of juiciness for later, guys. A lot of freaking juiciness for later. I think right now the market is in that point where I don't want to get, you know, there's some possible flips that could happen on multiple different things. And I want to be careful with indicators because we've seen multiple indicators do things in the past. You know, things look good. Market actually starts to move up, and then all of a sudden we get some bad news, and that kills us back to the downside. So I obviously want to be careful with any indicators. But later, we're going to take a look at a few that I think are pretty cool, and they show that over the course of the next few weeks, if Bitcoin can just remain sideways for another month or have upwards price action for the next month, you could see a flips on a lot of massive, like 2-week monthly indicators that aren't short-term indicators. They're very, very long-term indicators. So we'll look at those a little bit later. But to this morning, let's stick to short-term charts, and we'll look at those later as we sort of jump through. All right, let's do Matic. Let's just jump through a few altcoins here. Let's do Matic here. Matic. Let's do over here. Matic. Okay, I should probably just go to my watch list that I made. Stop typing it in, Jordan. What the hell is wrong with you? All right, let's see Matic. Matic, I mean, listen, a lot of these altcoins are at massive support levels, right? We sort of talked about that before I went on vacation. It's like Matic's one of those that is at a sort of a make or break level. And listen, what do we always say, guys? Don't be too bearish at support, okay? Don't be too bearish at support. If it breaks, well, it probably will look pretty bad. That's why you use stop losses if you're trading, or you have, you know, sort of if you buy, you say, okay, if it breaks this level, I'm out. But, you know, you look at Matic here. This is the make or break level. And if you longed the support, I will say congratulations. You did pretty good on that trade. Just like kind of my link trade. I'm still holding that link trade, man. I still have confidence in that link trade. I have a lot of conviction in that link trade. Okay. But Matic here, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's previous resistance, and look at all these support levels. 1, right? You bounce from this level twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, right? So don't always get too bearish at support. Yes, this could break down eventually, but so far, you're getting a nice little bouncy bounce. Haven't really gotten anywhere yet. It's a small little candle. You're sort of that meme that's like, but if we're just playing it level by level, and I look at this and I say, where is, there's 2 imbalances in the chart here for me. I mean, there's really 3, depending on where you want to look at this from. You got these massive daily vectors down here that are still kind of just staring you in the face, and I think at some point those do get taken. But I also look up here and say, you had a pretty massive move down here and a pretty massive move down here that hasn't gotten reclaimed yet. So and I have to say this, if I think Bitcoin gets a move to the upside, I got to think that Matic gets a move to the upside. Let's be real, right? We can do altcoin TA all we want, but if Bitcoin's going to get move up, Matic's going to get move up. I'm looking at it like this, right? A simple kind of downtrend here. You're at support. You got downtrending resistance coming down. If this breaks out, you would expect a pretty decent move to the upside. Now, I'm not a big breakout trader. You guys know that. But this is one that I'd say, okay, you come back up here, you break the supply line, you're looking pretty good. You're looking pretty juicy. I mean, I personally just look for Matic back up to these levels. Nothing crazy. 82 cents or so. Seems like a poor little trade. You know, that's such a cute little trade. Look at that. But it's actually a pretty good trade. That's like a 7% move, you know, and I know a lot of you guys are degens with your 5, 10x leverage. Okay, we call that 35, 40, 70% move. I think everyone would take that. So Matic, not too shabby. Matic goes first last couple times. Matic does go first. We'll see. You guys know I love Matic. Matic's my number 3 holding. For a short-term move, this is kind of do or die time, man. This is the level you want to see hold for Matic. If this level breaks, I mean, we sort of said it's very similar to the BNB chart where there's just not much down here. And you could see a move down to like 53 cents. That could be down the line, though. It doesn't have to be now. So just remember that. But Matic, I like the setup, actually. I actually really like the setup, depending on if you can break out here. 5X crew? Who's the 5X crew? All you I do 5X max. If I'm going to trade, it's no more than 5X. 10X, you sort of, I mean, depending on your position size. I mean, if you have your account and you sort of only, you know, use 10% of it on a 10x leverage, okay. But if you guys use your whole account on 10x leverage plus, good luck to you, man. Good luck. Cheers. What do we got in this poll, by the way? Are you short-term bullish or bearish? We have 67% that's short-term bullish. I agree with you guys. Normally I'd say, shit, man, 67% of people are bullish right now. I actually agree this time. I somewhat agree. And maybe that's because we have green candles today where everyone's feeling a little bit juicy. If it was red today, it'd probably be the opposite. That's how we always do, right? Before I left, everyone was like short-term super bearish. But I guess that's where we're at. 200 Lex said NWO. Nice, dude. That's some juiciness. All right, let's do a few more stuffs today. Like I said, the markets are closed, so there's not a lot to talk about this morning. Stock market's closed. DXY, yeah, is obviously not going to move today. So there's not much. It's not much. I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow, right? Because the S&P did get, like we said, for 2 weeks straight has held that 0.5 Fibonacci level from our swing low to our swing high. So I'm excited to see what happens with the stock market this week. This is either the point where the stock market says, okay, we don't have any big events coming out. We have no events coming out. Let's get a little short-term move to the upside. Because we don't got any FOMC meetings, we don't got any CPI prints, we have nothing really to push the price down. At least yet. Let's see, right? Let's see. The last 2 weeks have gotten bought up pretty nicely here. So I'm curious to see what happens. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Obviously, we got stuff to talk about with there, and I got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. I'm excited for tonight's stream, man. I really am. All right, let's go up Matic. Let's check out Litecoin. All you guys, let's get a little Litecoin pump song going in here. Let me. This thing's all jacked up over here. Hold up. Here we go. It's been a while since we played this. Holy shit. been a long time since we played that song, guys. I cannot wait till we start playing that song every damn day. And I do believe that there's going to be a time in 2023 where we are playing that consistently. Like I told you guys, I think this year is going to be very volatile, but in a range, right? I can see Bitcoin hitting 12K, and I can see Bitcoin hitting 30K this year. And I know that sounds big, but that's like a 3x swing. That's a pretty big range there. I think you're going to see a lot of ups and downs this year. And a lot of them might surprise you at certain times, right? Where everyone's bearish at certain times, that's when the market goes up. Everyone's bullish at certain times, the market goes down. And because people kind of, we'll see. We'll talk about that more tonight. We got a whole thing set up for that tonight. All right, so Litecoin. What do we got going on? Litecoin is, 75.46. I would say, my problem with Litecoin is, I guess it's not so much a problem, but if we go to like the weekly time frame, I'm still looking at this as like a big bear flag, like kind of like this. How do we have that before? Oops. How do we have that before? Hold on, let me go put my Litecoin chart over here. Yeah, here's my Litecoin chart. So I still look at this as kind of a big bear flag. If this could break, I get bullish. I guess I should say I get super bullish on Litecoin if this breaks to the upside. Now we know the Litecoin halving. The Litecoin halving is in 2023. Can that have a pre-effect on the market? I believe it's in July is the Litecoin halving. Now, what's funny is the last time Litecoin had a halving was in 2019. Okay, and Litecoin absolutely went nuts in 2019, more than other altcoins, right? It was really like Bitcoin and Litecoin went freaking nuts in 2019. Litecoin did about a 7x in 2019 alone from the Litecoin halving. Could you see something similar, right? And this is obviously just speculation, but I guess I'll get bullish on Litecoin if it can break above this bear flag, right? I'm still looking at this as a bear flag, right? Move down, channel up, just to get another leg down to the downside. My invalidation is this gets a move up. Litecoin's probably having a nice little run to the halving. We'll see, right? We'll see. Obviously, times are way different than over here, but it's a nice little move up for Litecoin. Nice little move up. Let's go to the date. Let's go to the daily on this bad boy. Let's see what we got. You're getting some nice volume pushing you up here. Obviously, we got to clear these highs, man. You got to clear the local highs when it really comes down to it. Because you've done it before, right here. Where you claim these local highs, you backtested. It was sort of a deviation, and you dumped. Now you're trying to get back up. That's actually kind of bullish price action there. And I look up and there's still this massive dump that hasn't gotten taken up to the upside yet. This whole move down here. So I think Litecoin, if I expect what happens to Bitcoin, I think Litecoin can get up to like 104, 105 here. If what I expect to happen with Bitcoin happens, So Litecoin, kind of a nice little, I like this kind of consolidation. I do. I like the fact that it's able to reclaim back up here. Got to smack these highs, though. 80. But I think if Litecoin breaks 80, it's coming up to 105. So that could be a decent little swing there. Definitely a decent little swing just to play the levels because there's really nothing in between here and about these previous lows coming on over here. So I like that. I like it. Litecoin, the halving for Litecoin, I think it's in July 2023, which is cool. The end of wave 5 will be a great long entry. Litecoin looks like it's in wave 4, about to hit wave 5 down. Yeah, me personally, I don't want to get like over exuberant over a little bit of move. I have a validation level. I still think you see this over time though, right? Even if you get a little short-term move, okay, woohoo, we go up a little bit. Still think you see that ultimate move to the downside eventually, But I'll say this, guys, like we're sort of getting nitpicky, I think. Altcoins, I told you, altcoins, I do think just can kind of continue to sort of struggle over the you're going to have your days, your weeks where they go up, but I think over the next like 6 months or so, they're still going to kind of struggle. And I think everyone forgets What normally happens, like even when you start to get, when the market starts to turn, it's always Bitcoin that leads the charge. And people forget that. Why? Because everyone just remembers the end of 2021 where altcoins go nuts, Bitcoin doesn't really do much. But if we go back in time, right? If we just want to go back in time a little bit and look at some of these previous markets back in time, really, it's really every time. But in 2019, right here, when the market started to turn back up, Bitcoin outpaced pretty much all the altcoins besides Litecoin, right? So people forget that when the market turns, it's Bitcoin outpaces altcoins. And that's why I'm okay with waiting on altcoins, because normally you can wait on altcoins a little bit, right? You go back over here to 2020 when Bitcoin started to really move up here, right at this point, like really all of 2020 was the Bitcoin show, right? Bitcoin was mooning, altcoins were kind of struggling a little bit. People were saying, why isn't my altcoins moving? I'm too heavy on altcoins. And then what happened? People switched to Bitcoin, and then altcoins went up, right? So I guess my point still remains. I'm really focused on Bitcoin and ETH here at this point until I see Bitcoin really start to move up. And then once we get to that point where I'm comfortable, okay, like this, I'm pretty sure at this point the bottom is in, then I'll start scaling the altcoins, because based off the two previous times you've had parabolic rises for Bitcoin, Bitcoin moves first for a few months, and then altcoins start to rise. So still, my point still remains on that. The move has always been ride Bitcoin, okay, and then switch that into altcoins later. That's probably my thought process going into 2023. Accumulate Bitcoin and ETH, wait for Bitcoin and ETH to get to a certain point, move more of that into altcoins. That's sort of my thought process. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. Litecoin is a stable coin that just moves from 27, 40 in a very drawn out moves. Litecoin is the ultimate oscillator for bull market and bear markets, man. Bull market high, bear market low, bear market low. Well, you see the same thing again. We'll see. We shall see. Bitcoin right now, 16,722. It's oh man. I bet if I go on Twitter right now, everyone's gonna be pumped for a pump. Bitcoin's pumping. Oh, you never seen anything like it. This I will say, guys. I mean, I've said this many times, but I will say right now, like this time right here from the 16th, the last 2 weeks has been the least volatility I've ever seen on Bitcoin in the whole time I've been in crypto. As far as just a tight range of you're talking a $400 range. There were times where Bitcoin was moving $400 every second. And the last 2 weeks, you have not left that $400 range. It has been absolutely brutal. Brutal. And something's going to give, right? It's not just really on the 4-hour chart. It's you even go to the weekly charts, man. I mean, it's really just been sideways. Many volatility indicators calling for bigger moves. We'll talk more about that tonight. Especially, it's not just on Bitcoin and the stock market too. We got craziness happening over there. It's 2023 is going to be exciting, man. I think a lot of people are going to look back at 2023 and say, "Shit, man, I really got." And this might be, you might look back in 2025, 2026 and say, "Shit, man, why did I let this ultimate fear get to me when Bitcoin's doing the exact same thing it always has done?" Doesn't mean we can't go lower. I still think there's a high probability that Bitcoin goes lower. But even if it does, I'm excited for this year. This is the year that I always wait for. And I get to this point and you feel bad during these times, but it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. If you're in anything, crypto, stocks, real estate, as the market comes down, these are opportunities. Other people's capitulation is your opportunity. Most people get it at highs at the market. This is your chance to, at some point, get into the market at a discount where usually the market just goes up only, right? So it is exciting. And said in 2-3 years, listen, I'm buying Bitcoin and ETH the last couple months, but I will still say, why the hell did I not buy more when I just look at this damn chart and Bitcoin's doing the same thing it has always done? And we sort of get scared of you know, a 50% dump on the stock market, when historically when it does that, it bounces back within like a year or two. You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But hey, cheers, guys. Cheers to 2023. Let's get it. Bitcoin has been falling and crashing for 14 years. It is funny. It is funny when you, because people just don't look at the chart, man. It's like every time Bitcoin goes down 70%, it's dead. It's never coming back. Then it's just that you get the same critics every 4 years. It is pretty funny, man. And then for basically what it is for a year, they're like, oh yeah, man, it's going down. And then 3 years, they shut up. They don't say anything. Bitcoin does a 20, 40, 60, 100x every time. And then it goes down 80% again, makes a higher low. Oh, Bitcoin's dead. It does it again. And then they don't just look at the bigger picture. But that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. People want gains now. They don't want losses now. They want up only, moonshot right freaking now. I mean, in reality, if crypto didn't exist, think about it this way. If crypto didn't exist, people wouldn't have this mindset. People would be investing in stocks, be happy with they would be pumped with a 40% return every year. But because of crypto, people have this narrative that everything has to go up 5, 10x in a year or you lost. You know, when in reality, you should just be aiming to beat inflation, to be honest. Like if your portfolio goes up 5%, 6%, 7%, you should be happy in reality, but we're not. DiCaprio, the only problem you're going to have is when you didn't buy more. Yeah, and that's not saying go all in right now, guys. The market, you got to be realist here. Market still looks like kind of crap on the bigger term time frames, but there is some potential chances for a flip over. Anyways, I'm going to prepare for tonight's stream, man. Some new stuff coming to the stream tonight. I'm excited for it. And we'll have some fun tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Today will be the first drawn out stream today. So I'm a little bit excited. This is going to be a good year. A good year, man. A good year. Anyways, catch you later. Enjoy your coffee. I'm going to drink one more coffee, hit the gym, and then we'll sort of get crack-a-lacking here. So, adios. Peace. Drunk Bear calling for 7K. Drunk Bear, bring on 7K, man. Bring it on. Am I going to sell anyways? No, I don't care. Anyways, peace. Later. And enjoy the I want to call today the first day of the new year, because yesterday everyone was probably watching football, drinking some stuff. Today's the actual first day. Let's get busy. All right. Later. Peace. And don't get soda drunk. Later.